Welcome back to another Gem Room video. This week we have Centipeetle's room, who was done by Alicia, and of course, as always, I am going to be asking her a few questions about this room as the speed paint goes. Michael is once again not here with me this week, but he should be here in upcoming Gem Room videos. So to start off with some questions for Alicia, I know that since we're very late in the series with doing both gems and we finished with fusions, you didn't really have much of a choice with what gem you chose, but was there anything about Centipeetle that made you excited when you got the chance to do a room for her?
Yes, actually, it's the fact that she is, in fact, corrupted gem, and it's really, I really wanted to do something different with her room that nobody else really did. And it gave me a chance to go outside of my comfort zone, which is I usually do like just people or pretty pictures that are kind of aesthetically pleasing, but I also wanted to do something that's also kind of abstract, because I don't really do that very often.
Yeah, I definitely see that in the room and the style that you chose. So I have a question. Is that Centipeetle in the middle, or what is that? Is that her gem?
Well, I felt like a lot of times like they'd have their gems like spread across the room, like, or a gemstone that looks similar to their gem. And I wanted something like that, but as like a centerpiece, because I felt like there was something missing in the middle of the room while I was like drawing it. And at first I was wondering, well, maybe I should like put an emerald sort of thing there, but I ended up doing the furry eye thing, because I if you notice in the hand, there are also those eyes, and it's not Centipeetle herself so much as just a representation of her gem.
Mm-hmm. So what are those orange floating things in the sky?
Those are all chaps.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't sure. I was like, are those like Cheetos or something?
No.
I was close.
It's. I felt like we don't really know very much about her character in general. I mean, we know her backstory, but at the same time, we don't know about her character. And I felt like chaps were a big part of her character, so I wanted to include them somehow. So I thought, I feel like if I put chaps around like Sakura petals, that they would come off as, I don't know, somewhat part of the room, like not a natural part of the room. I'm not sure if that came across right, but
yeah, I love it. That's amazing. So what was your thought process or artistic process when making a piece like this?
Well, I wanted to recreate that moment where she was, you know when Centipeetle went to her ship and was trying to put her hand on the pad, but it turned right back into a leg, a little Centipeetle leg. Well, I wanted to create that sort of feeling of inevitability, where she keeps going back to, it keeps recycling itself, a problem that she cannot overcome, which is her own, basically her own, her corruption, really. Mm-hmm. And she can't overcome that. It's like something that no matter what she does and no matter what Steven does, she'll keep going back to that, and that's kind of what I wanted to recreate, but with that big hand in the middle of the picture. It's more like I wanted to do something, like I said, I wanted to do something abstract with it. So basically, I got the idea when I was like lying sick in bed, and I was thinking, what if I were to like recycle that hand over and over again, like in a never-ending process, but how would I convey that? So I was thinking maybe like the plant could grow out of water and then turn into stone and then try to harden and become something, but then wither away, like unraveling back into water. And that idea came to me, like all of a sudden, and I'm like, aha, eureka.
Yeah, that's really cool. So besides like raining chaps from the sky and growing a giant hand, is there anything else special that you think the room could do?
Well, you might not notice this because I put a lot of green fog in there, but the legs, grass are all legs, Centipeetle legs.
Oh my gosh.
I did that on purpose because I felt like, I wanted to make it weird as possible, like, and also the jungly area, the kind of the swampy jungle. I wanted to represent where her gemstone came from, or what we assume to be her gemstone came from, which is I think Colombia.
Oh, like if it was emerald or?
Yeah, a Chapezi. I think it's Chapezi emerald. Tapishi emerald.
Something like that.
Tapishi emerald. And it's a very particular emerald. So I figured, I'd study up on where that came from, and I looked it up, and it was around Colombia and Brazil and stuff. Basically that area.
Yeah.
I might be wrong about Brazil.
Yeah, that's a really cool detail that you put in there. Was there anything that you wanted to put in the room but it didn't fit?
There were a lot of things. Like I wanted to put something that related to Steven, although I suppose the chaps were pretty close, but I wanted to put something that related to Steven, but when I thought about it, all of his colors would probably I don't know, I just didn't, it just never ended up that way, and I had already had so much going on in the room already. I just felt like, anything more would probably make it way too busy. It's already pretty busy.
Mm-hmm. Very true. So moving from your piece to Steven Universe in general, do you have a personal favorite character or fusion?
Oh, yes. Well, my favorite fusion is... that's kind of tough. I would have to say Smokey Quartz. It's probably not one you hear a lot, but Smokey and Garnet are probably my favorites.
Great choices. Do you have any favorite episodes of the show?
Now that's even harder.
Yeah, I know.
I really liked, I guess it kind of varies from episode to episode because I guess Mr. Greg is a huge one I love. I also love Earthlings, of course the episode where Smokey appears, but I guess because she in particular is my favorite standalone gem. The episode where Peridot becomes a member of the Crystal Gems. I'm trying to remember. Message received.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love like all those episodes you mentioned. Great ones. So now moving from Seniors to you personally, how long have you been making artwork?
Oh, since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't always good. I didn't really start taking it seriously until I was 13. But even then, I wasn't all that great. I was one of those people who had to work up to basically the level that they're at. And even now, I'm still working on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. Do you make fan art from other cartoons? If so, which ones?
Oh! You've opened Pandora's box here. Everything.
Everything.
I have so many series that I'm following and shows that I love. It's Pokemon. I don't have any art yet, but I love Star vs. the Force of Evil.
Oh, okay,
Miraculous. I have some art of that. Undertale. Oh my gosh, I have so much. I could go on forever.
Well, yeah, that was a pretty good preview into what you do. So speaking of that, if people want to check out more of your art, what social media should they follow?
Let's see. There's my DeviantArt, which is Ucha Nekome at deviantart.com. And of course my Tumblr, which is Ucha Nekome, again at Tumblr.
Awesome. And do you do commissions?
No, not really, but I could. But at the moment I'm not accepting commissions.
I see. Well, I think that pretty much covers all the questions I had. Thank you so much, Alicia, for joining me with this room. I really loved it. And look forward to seeing a few more in the upcoming weeks. We are still actually looking for some artists who are able to do backgrounds pretty well. We are looking specifically for Blue Pearl, Blue Diamond, and Yellow Diamond. We might do others. I've pretty much covered that unless we go into really obscure corrupted gems or something. I don't think we will. But if you are interested, email us at cartoonuniverses@gmail.com with a few examples of your artwork. And if I think it works with the theme of what we were looking for, then I will email you back. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.